This is breaking news from 4 News Now.
Good afternoon for 4 News Now. I'm Rob King. We begin the kxly-plus daily rundown with breaking news in the Moscow murders case. The Idaho Supreme Court has ruled that the gag order in the case will remain. Now, a large coalition of media companies, including the Associated Press and 4 News Now, all filed what's called a writ of mandamus, and what that was petitioning for is to strike down the gag order. Now, the Idaho Supreme Court ruled that the petitioners, which is all the coalition of media companies, they should have gone through the magistrate court first. And while they do recognize the ground that the company stood on as far as First Amendment protections, that they had to do a challenging task of balancing the defendant's Sixth Amendment protections to a free and fair trial, as well as the First Amendment protections also afforded to the media companies. So what the gag order means going forward is that investigators like law enforcement and police, as well as the involved attorneys, meaning the defense attorneys and the prosecuting attorneys, will not be able to speak to the media outside of the courtroom. So whatever they say in court is all that we will be able to find out. Nothing outside of that will be available. The full opinion from the Idaho Supreme Court can be read on our website, kxly.com. That article is on the front page. And again, this is breaking news. The opinion from the Idaho Supreme Court has struck down the petition from media companies to remove the gag order, so the gag order will remain in place going forward. As far as next steps in the trial of Bryan Kohberger, the preliminary hearing still scheduled for June 26th. So that is most likely when the next updates will be coming in that. And like I said, you can read more about it in detail on our website, kxly.com, and we'll have more tonight in 4 News Now at 5. Now, from that breaking news, we're just going to transition into a look outside. No real good way to transition from breaking news into weather, but there is some good news as far as weather, that this could be the last cool day we see for a while. It looks like starting tomorrow, we're going to return to more seasonal temperatures, average temperatures, after cool and cloudy today and tonight. Scattered showers are continuing, so kind of that same gloom we have been seeing. But it looks like the rainbow that a lot of people saw yesterday is going to herald in some new weather, as looking ahead into the 7-day forecast, look at that warming trend coming in. 60 tomorrow, so still a little cool, but we could hit in the 70s this weekend. Friday, Saturday, sunny and 70. We can only hope that that will last. Today is probably the last rain system we're going to be seeing for a while. And if you want more in-depth weather, the latest episode of Matt Gray's Brainstorm has been released. Our meteorologist, Matt Gray. The Brainstorm is a look at local weather, but a little more in-depth. A lot more information than I could provide because I'm not qualified. I'm not a meteorologist, but Matt Gray is. So you can subscribe to his in-depth look at local weather on kxly.com. Subscribe to the Brainstorm, or you can watch video episodes of the same information on KXLY Plus, which can be downloaded for free on your connected TVs. Moving along into what the 4 News Now team is working on today, Natalie Grant was at a press conference this morning put on by Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward. Now, what the press conference was related to is a potential investigation into Spokane Police Chief Craig Meidel. Now, what a group of citizens alleged is that Meidel is showing preferential treatment to certain downtown business groups and giving them inside information about law enforcement practices. So what the group wanted was for Meidel to resign, but Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward came out, called it a political attack, and reaffirmed her support for the police chief. Natalie Grant will have more details on that. Peter Choi is looking at a local university, Whitworth University. Whitworth College looking at their hiring practices. Now, what a group of students want and what they're calling for are changes to the hiring policies of Whitworth, hoping to get more inclusion, including hiring staff from the LGBTQ plus community. So Peter will be speaking with students about why they've decided to call for this and what it will look like going forward. Hopefully speak to someone from the university as well. Jordan Smith. The recent Washington legislative session has ended. It ended on Sunday, so if you were watching a bill that did not pass, it may have to try again next year. In addition to ending the legislative session, the 2-year budget of the state has been passed, includes millions for local projects, as well as our local universities. It also Jordan will have the latest on what it includes, what it doesn't include, what the budget got funded and what didn't get funded, and Jordan will have all the latest for that coming up tonight. Closing out with something a little silly this weekend, we got several calls into the 4 News Now newsroom about a mysterious object floating in the sky near Spokane Valley. Some people thought it was a UFO, some people thought it was a rocket. It was sort of a rocket. It was a rocket-shaped hot air balloon is what we were able to confirm. So we got several photos, as you can see in this one right here. We also got, like I said, a bunch of phone calls, but don't worry, it was only a hot air balloon. We don't know who owned the hot air balloon, but we were able to confirm that with the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, that it is no cause for alarm, not a UFO, just a balloon. So we'll have all those stories and more coming up tonight at 5. Be sure to download KXLY Plus on your connected TVs. That's Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire. You can also watch these KXLY Plus daily rundowns we do on your 4 News Now mobile app on your phone. So, like I said, all those and more coming up tonight. But for now, I'm live in studio. Rob King for KXLY Plus.